Welcome back to Terphouse Weekly. Today is November 13th, and I am your host, James Lynch, and we got to talk about all the action at UFC Denver. A lot of Team Terphouse fighters competing on that one, and we have to talk about Devonte Smith. What a UFC debut that was, getting that first-round finish over Julian Erosa. King Cage improving to 9-1 overall, and we're going to have an interview with Devonte up here later this week, so be on the lookout for that on our YouTube channel. Now, unfortunately, on that same card, Joby Sanchez, Thiago Moises coming up short in their respective bouts, as did Eric Scallon, who came up short in his fight at WFC 97. The night before that, Brandon Royval also coming up short in his LFA title fight. Now, that was on short notice. We should point out Brandon really stepping up to the plate and put on a good performance that unfortunately was not enough. But guess what? We're excited to see these guys back when they are ready to return to the cage. Now, this week, we don't have any fighters in action, but we do have two fighters competing next week. We've got Albert Morales fighting on that Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz 3 card. He's going to be taking on James Barnes. As well, we have Kevin Holland back in action fighting John Phillips at UFC Fight Night 141. You definitely don't want to miss those fights coming up here next week. And in the meantime, you can check out our interviews on our YouTube channel. We did a lot last week. Jessica I, Brian Kelleher, we spoke to him about all the stuff that happened before UFC 230 that forced him off the card. As well, we had an interview post-fight with Shane Burgos over his big win over Kurt Hollabaugh. And be sure to check out the terphouse.com for all your CBD oil needs. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/theterphouse. I'm James Lynch, and I will see you next week.